All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we've got a massive tech showdown brewing, a real battle for foldable phone supremacy that's pretty much set to define 2025. We're pitting two titans against each other, and each one has a completely different idea about what a foldable phone should be. So, if you're in the market for a foldable, you already know it's a huge investment, right? And it's a really tough decision. You're looking at two absolutely incredible devices. But the big question is, which one is actually right for you? But here's the thing, this goes way beyond just a spec-for-spec comparison. What we're really talking about here is a tale of two completely different philosophies. You've got Samsung, the established pioneer, who's all about refinement and that premium all-in-one experience. And then you've got Vivo, the ambitious challenger, who's focused on disruptive value and raw practical power. Okay, first things first, let's talk about something that's absolutely critical. I mean, how does a phone that literally folds in half hold up to, real life? How tough are these things, really? Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, we need to get on the same page about a key term you're going to see: IP rating. Think of it like a device's armor class against the elements: dust, water, the whole deal. It's simple. Higher numbers mean better protection. Easy enough? And wow, when you look at the protection, the difference is just massive. I mean, the Vivo is rocking an IP69 rating. That's not just splash-proof. That's basically a fortress against dust and even high-pressure hot water jets. It's insane. On the other hand, Samsung's IP48, it's good, don't get me wrong, it'll handle splashes, but it has pretty limited protection when it comes to dust. So what's Samsung's play here? Well, it's crystal clear they're focused on refining that hinge. Their new hinge is impressively thinner and lighter, which is great. But, and this is a big but, the trade-off is that super delicate inner screen. It's still a major point of caution. It scratches at a level 2 on the hardness scale. To put that in perspective, your fingernail could potentially leave a mark. Yikes. So you gotta ask yourself, what worries you more? Is it the complex moving parts of the hinge wearing out over time? Or is it getting caught in a sudden downpour or spending a day at a dusty, sandy beach? Your answer to that question pretty much points you to your perfect phone. All right, moving on. This split in philosophy, it doesn't stop at durability. It carries right on over to the camera department. And honestly, it creates a really fascinating choice depending on what kind of photographer you are. Samsung is going all in on one thing: sheer massive resolution. They've slapped a 200 megapixel sensor in there, and the whole idea is to capture an absolutely insane amount of detail so you can crop in and still have a sharp photo. Vivo, though, they're playing a different game. They're all about reach. They've partnered up with the legendary Zeiss for their optics, and they're focused on delivering a clean, powerful 3.7x optical zoom. Remember, that's not digital smoke and mirrors. That's pure lens power getting you closer to the action. So looking at this, the trade-offs become really clear, right? Samsung is for the person who loves having all that detail to play with and for shooting in the dark with their awesome nightography. Vivo, on the other hand, is for the portrait shooter, the travel photographer, someone who values that natural color and wants to get cleaner, closer shots without moving their feet. Okay, let's get to the part that, for a lot of us, makes or breaks the entire decision: the value proposition. How much bang are you getting for your buck? And man, this is really where the story gets juicy. Just look at these specs. The differences are staggering. You've got the price, a massive 6,000 milliamp hour battery for Vivo compared to Samsung's 4400, way faster charging on the Vivo, and then the big one for Samsung, long-term software support. And that's a huge deal. Samsung is promising 7 years of updates. Let's just pause on the price for a second because it's staggering. I mean, the Vivo comes in at nearly half the price of the Samsung. That's not a small gap, that's a canyon. It completely reframes the entire conversation for most people. So let's break it down. Where is your money actually going? With Samsung, you're paying that premium price for the brand, for that super refined multitasking software. And maybe most importantly, you're buying peace of mind with those 7 years of updates. With Vivo, your money is going straight into the hardware. You get that monster battery, that top-tier durability, all for a much, much lower upfront cost. Okay, so with all of that on the table, how in the world do you actually decide which one is right for you? Let's simplify it. Let's create a really simple framework to help you decide. If your absolute #1 priority is long-term support, knowing your very expensive phone is going to be up to date for pretty much a decade, and you live for that best-in-class multitasking, then yeah, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 is your answer. Easy. But if you're all about the practical, day-to-day stuff like extreme durability, a battery that just refuses to die, and frankly, getting the absolute most for your money, then the Vivo X200 Pro is, without a doubt, your champion.
You know, the original source for this explainer, Get Gadget Got, they really hit the nail on the head. They said if you have the budget and value long-term support, choose Samsung. If you seek cost, performance, and practicality, Vivo is optimal. It's a straightforward choice. Do you want that long-term premium polished experience, or do you want immediate practical power and value? It's that simple.
And so all of this leaves us with one big final thought. This whole battle, it's not really just about these two phones. It's about the future of the entire foldable category. As these devices become more common, what's going to win out? Is it the premium, refined, expensive model, or is it the practical, powerful, value-packed option? Whichever way it goes, the answer is going to shape the kind of phone we all have in our pockets for years to come.